Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Shalom, Boker Tov, or whatever time zone it is for you. Hello, good to see you. Nice to be together. For those of you I have not met, my name is Rabbi Danielle Upbin, and I'm coming to you live from Clearwater, Florida, Tampa Bay. And if you want to use the chat, let us know where you're from. And I'm going to put this in the chat right away. We are looking at Psalm 52 today, and we are almost immediately going to launch into the meditation. But I want to throw this question out at you. If you have any association with an olive tree, very particular, and if olive tree doesn't spark anything for you, you could go with any tree metaphor. No, it's not Tu B'Shvat, but you'll see why. Trees are relevant to our meditation today. So you can definitely continue to let us know where you're from for these next couple of minutes. Good to see you all. Really nice to be together. I see my mom at the top of my screen. So shalom, shalom, and other friendly and familiar faces. Good to see you all. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen and so we can take a look at this psalm together. Okay, so I call this to be a flourishing olive tree. And for those of you who are not muted, we want to, so Lily, we want to go ahead and keep everyone muted for the study and meditation. So we are looking at a very interesting psalm, the Psalm 52. So for those of you who are new to this space, we are really plowing through all the psalms. If there are 150 psalms, then we're a good way through with landing today at Psalm 52. The beginning of the psalm, I have it all here for you, but we're not really looking at the rest of it. We're just going to be jumping to the end. So Psalm 52 begins for the leader, Lamenatzech Maskil et David, and it's highlighting here, sorry for this.
You accidentally muted yourself.
Good start. All right. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Okay, so we are in Psalm 52. The context of this psalm is focused on a person who is influential, wealthy, and abusing his power, particularly to slander others. So that's problematic. And the psalmist sees himself, or in this case, it's all of us, any of us who wants to associate with the righteous, as somebody who takes the high road here and is not like those wicked people at all. So in comparison, Psalm 52:9, so these are the last two verses of the psalm. Hine hagever lo yasim Elohim me'azuzo v'yivtach barov oshro ya'oz behavato. Interesting words there. Here was a fellow who did not make God his refuge, but trusted in his great wealth and relied upon his mischief. The righteous person, on the other hand, this is so beautiful. Va'ani, the righteous person, the psalmist says, Kazayit ra'anan b'veit Elohim, batachti b'chesed Elohim olam va'ed. But I am like a thriving olive tree in God's house. I trust in God's love forever. Join me in saying this in Hebrew or in English, but I am like a thriving olive tree in the house of God. I trust in God's love forever. I trust in God's love forever. It's so beautiful. And again, you can find that Psalm 52, verse 10. So we have seen a comparison like this before in Psalm 1. Okay, in Psalm 1. Hey guys, we really need to stay muted. Okay, so Lily, if you can make sure everyone's muted, and if I get unmuted again, I will. If I get muted again, I'll be sure to notice that. So what we have here is a comparison between, well, those who are considered to be the wicked and those who are the righteous. And in the Psalmic language, right, those who are not kind of making the grade are like uprooted, and they just can't really attach in this world, right, in a fundamental and anchored kind of way. But the righteous is like a tree firmly planted in soil and flourishing. And so we've seen that before, where in Psalm 1, where the righteous are compared to a tree that can withstand any storm, but the wicked are like the chaff that is blown away, like easily blowing to and fro. Right? So particularly this psalm focuses on the olive tree. The olive tree. So I had asked you, and let's see where we are in the chat, if anybody took that prompt of how you relate to the an olive tree, if you do. Yes, sorry, source sheet. Let me put that in the chat for you, so you can look at it on your own and download it as well. It is. Okay. So you can keep putting those ideas in there if you have not already, but I'll take us through some of our own that we'll use in our meditation. So here are 12 qualities of an olive tree that we will be sort of embodying and thinking about. So kind of quickly, so we have more time for our meditation. But if you can imagine an olive tree, if you've seen one in the Middle East, or we even have one in our backyard here, longevity, right? That olive trees can live for thousands of years. Literally thousands of years, right? There are olive trees today that are standing that date back about 2,000 years. Olive trees are prolific. Okay, they start bearing fruit around 5 years of age, and they continue on. They're indestructible. They have a very alive and robust root system, and they are immune to fire and frost and disease. They regenerate easily. They're unparchable. Olive trees can live in parts of the world that, are water, I don't want to say water averse, but that don't have as much water as other places. And like eucalyptus trees, they don't need to be watered every day. They're generous. Olive trees, they can grow quite large, although they don't have to, and they produce large, beautiful olive fruits. And of course, you know that olives do need to be cured before we eat them, right? But the fruit itself grows quite nicely on its own. They're quite ancient. When you think about these olive trees that have gone back to 2,000 years, they lived through antiquity. They've lived through so much more than we ever will. And they are there as witnesses to tell the tale, if only we will listen. Olive trees are sacred, right? They're used, not that we pray to them, but the leaf, the olive branch, certainly is the symbol of peace. And it has come into not only the emblem of Eretz Israel, but it's an emblem of peace when we hold out an olive branch to one another, right? Which it's a symbol of peacemaking and relationship building, and healthy, right? When we eat olives, that it's a healthy kind of food, and just being around olive trees is really it's kind of a mysterious type of relationship. The bark itself, right, it's not typically used to like build furniture or that kind of thing. It's not cut down, but it can be used for artistic purposes, and it's quite aesthetic. It's really a lot to take in the eye, the way that the wood grows, and even when it's used for artistic purposes. Quite beautiful. So that gnarled wood, right, not great for lumber, but aesthetic and inspiring, and probably inspiring as well by the leaves, and those leaves are so shimmery. If you really look at an olive tree, they glisten. The leaves glisten in the sun. They shimmer and they glimmer and they glisten. And finally, they're hardy. These are hardy trees. They are resilient. resilient trees. So today we are going to move into our meditation, and the meditation is here for you actually on the source sheet, but I'd invite you now to take we're going to get into a comfortable position, but before we do, I'd really love for everyone, if it's comfortable for you, just to create space around the heart center. Maybe you want to lift your arms up, deeply inhale, lift up those branches, and then exhale, really creating space, maybe rolling the shoulders a little bit, rolling the neck if that's comfortable for you. Just kind of waking up the body. And this meditation can be done seated. Although if you feel like you want to stand today in mountain pose or a tree pose, however you want to relate to a tree, and certainly you can be lying down, whatever is comfortable for you. I'm going to be remaining in the seated position, but again, you're welcome to find that comfortable posture. By all means, feel free to close your eyes or even close the screen so you can have a little bit of privacy if you'd like, or a soft, gentle gaze. Dropping your attention down to the feet. Okay, take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sighing, shoulders relax away from ears. Another nice deep inhale. And sigh, exhale. Softening the muscles of the face. Spine is gently lifted if that's comfortable for you, and creating space around the heart center. As we're relating to trees today, in particular this olive tree, maybe you want to hold a gentle smile if that feels good for you. Throughout this meditation, always coming back to the breath, breathing normally. If the mind wanders, coming back to any part of the meditation or simply back to the breath. Va'ani kazayit ra'anan, b'veit Elohim batachti, b'chesed Elohim olam va'ed. But I am like a thriving olive tree in God's house. I trust in God's love forever and ever. Dropping your awareness down to the feet, to the soles of the feet, feeling the connection of soul to soul, of the earth's soul to the sole of your feet. Imagine a vast network of roots growing from your feet, from your legs, deep down into the earth and all around. Healthy, rooted, and anchored. And in your mind's eye, if you'd like to repeat these words, I am rooted. I am stable. I am at ease. I am rooted. I am stable. I am at ease. Taking a moment here to feel that rootedness and groundedness, at ease. Drawing your awareness up through the legs, up through the side body, trunk, back, pausing at your heart, your center, your heartwood. With these words, I am sacred. I am strong. I am resilient. I am sacred. I am strong. I am resilient. Taking these few breaths here to feel those words in your strong trunk and core. From this ancient place of stability, antiquity, strength, I invite you to offer out your energetic branches. Allow them to sprout out, grow out, these energetic branches all around you, wherever you feel like they are naturally extending. Maybe from the heart center, side body, all around you, or maybe even the crown of your head. Watch how your leaves glisten, how your branches wave in the wind. Observe and witness the juicy, plump fruit that are your gifts to the world. Maybe ask yourself, what gifts can I offer to the world right now? What gifts do I bear right now? Maybe it's simply the gift of your presence, your quiet and calm, your love, your song, your positive intention. Take these next few minutes to offer these gifts with these words, I shine, I am generous, I bear gifts, I shine, I am generous, I have gifts. At any moment, you can return to your stability, your strength, your generosity. that I am like a thriving tree in God's house. I trust in the divine spirit forever and ever. Va'ani kezait rana beveit Elohim. Ra'ani hazait Ra'anan beveit Elohim. Taking another deep breath in here. Inhale, exhale. As we move from our rootedness, our solidity, and focus on our gifts, we ask for the blessing to reinforce these metaphors throughout the day, to continue to be rooted, to continue to be strong, to continue to regenerate, and to continue bearing gifts. Let's conclude with shalom 3 times. If you want to place your hand over heart and hand over hand, shalom 3 times. Shalom. 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 This concludes our meditation for today. Shalom, everyone.
Hello, Rabbi. Can I speak?
Yes, sweetheart, wait just 1 second, okay? Okay, so we are going to stop my spotlight.